Political talk here, and today we're going to be doing something interesting. I'm going to be ranking Biden's veep stakes. So, for those of you that don't know, veep stakes is kind of the process of vetting a vice presidential candidate. So, today we're going to see my rankings from the top 10. So, we're going to begin with number 10. So, for number 10, I chose Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin. So, she's an inspiring candidate. I think she was one of the first LGBTQ plus members of the United States Senate. Pros for her, she helps out in the Midwest, which is an area that Joe Biden should be focusing on. And she would actually help out in the more Republican leaning the state of Wisconsin. So this would help because we have an incumbent senator from that state. And she would be a pretty good candidate for VP. Now, where do we see a con? Well, she could lose her Senate seat. The Senate seat could be lost. She's gonna lose the Senate seat, but it's going to be lost from Democratic hands. And with the state of Wisconsin, which is kind of trending Republican, it's important because you have to have a Senate majority and a House majority if you want to get anything done with your administration. So Joe Biden, she's a good pick, but I don't think Joe Biden will pick her. Now, moving on to number 9, we have former First Lady Michelle Obama from the state of Illinois. Okay, she is a very inspiring candidate. A lot of people, Republicans and Democrats, like her. The other day I was watching a video. It was this mainstream comedian who has a night show, and he was interviewing George Bush. I went down to the comment section and I saw I saw comments and it had a bunch of likes that was like, the Obamas, they're the person I would want to be like my neighbors. Even though I could not have the same political views as them, they would be great. I'm not saying that I have the same political views as the Obamas or not. I'm just saying a lot of people feel that way. So having Michelle Obama on the ticket one help the black vote because she's a very inspiring figure in that community. Help out in the Midwest. That's what the Biden campaign needs, and I think she's the place that she's the one they need. Now, where is the biggest con? She's not critical of the position, meaning it's very highly unlikely that she will not get picked for this position because she simply doesn't want it. But I think she would be a great fit, and if it wasn't because she didn't want it, I probably would have posted her up to second or third, even first maybe. So number 8, we have representative from the state of Florida, Val Demings. So again, she could help out the state of Florida and probably the state of North Carolina as well. She gets out the black vote and she could help increase the margins I've been talking about in my Donald Trump versus Joe Biden predictions. And in the state of Florida, I think it's important because I did my research and she represents the Orlando area, which technically speaking is one of those Democratic strongholds in the state. So she has to help Joe Biden increase the margins, skyrocket the margins, so maybe they could level out some of the support they're losing in other areas of Florida. Again, she could help out the black community. She's not as prominent as someone like Michelle Obama or Kamala Harris, which we will get to later. She's not a national superstar. That is the thing. The only known fame that she has is being in the impeachment trial, and that was her biggest accomplishment in the House of Representatives. And again, I think that could be a bad thing for the Democratic Party, because then it becomes super. They get the impeachment trial into this, and it would be this huge mess. I think they should stay away from Val Demings. I think she would be great for some cabinet positions, which I will think I will do a video about that soon about cabinet positions. So yeah. Moving on to number 7, you have Senator Catherine Cortez Masto, and she is the Democratic senator from the state of Nevada. And okay, pros. Obviously, she's going to help out in the Sun Belt. So I've been saying, and I've been critical of the Sun Belt. The Sun Belt is what's going to begin to choose the elections. The Sun Belt is everything I think, California, Nevada, and then the little line of states below, like Georgia, North Carolina, Florida, Alabama, Texas, Arizona. So all those, there's a lot of swing states that have become part of the Sun Belt. So I think she could help out there, and she gets the Hispanic vote out, which again, it would help the Joe Biden campaign if they can get turnout for the Hispanics out and high. But again, it's debatable. I think they should be focusing more on the African American community. Now, here are some cons for Catherine Cortez Masto. She is running the Senatorial Campaign Committee, which is kind of important. So she's the chairperson of this committee, where they choose Senate candidates, how they're gonna like divide the money. She's kind of just the Democratic effort to getting the Senate to flip to their side, which could hurt Democrats in the chance to get to the Senate, which is important. Senate majority is necessary, like I said. You don't have a Senate majority, everything is out the window. If you don't have a House majority, that's everything's out the window. So, and I might hurt the Dems because they have a midway change, and that might be crazy because instead of being focused on the Senate, she's focused on vice presidential pick. So yes, also she would not help out with the black vote. Maybe she could influence some, but like it would just be Joe Biden. There's nothing else. So I think that could cost them the election. Now looking at number 6, I'm putting State Representative Stacey Abrams from the state of Georgia. So she was the minority leader from her state representative house. But here's the thing with Stacey Abrams. Cool, she is inspiring figure for many people. She is popular in the state of Georgia. What else does she have under her belt? Nothing. She's the only person campaigning for the job. But what else does she have? Nothing. She kind of doesn't have a profile nationwide. Some people know her, but it's not like everyone knows. It's not like a Hillary Clinton, maybe Elizabeth Warren type of name that everyone knows who that is. It's kind of an unknown person. And then you're gonna have to come with the cons with little or no experience on the national stage. That's what I've been saying. She has no experience. So if God forbid, like how something were to happen to President Biden if he got elected, Vice President Biden if he got elected, Stacey Abrams would probably not know what she would be doing because she doesn't have enough experience in the Senate, or whether it be in Congress or running a State Department or something like that. She wouldn't know what to do. So I think that's gonna be a very big con for picking Stacey Abrams. Well, but there are pros. There's the Southern vote, which is kind of important, like I've been saying. Probably like not the Sun Belt as a whole, but kind of the Eastern Southern, so Southeastern. So states like Florida, North Carolina, and Georgia. That's going to be important. But then her biggest title, I guess, and I heard this in Ready Go Politics channel. He said she's the pretend governor of Georgia. That is completely true. She barely has done anything. I'm not trying to diss Stacey Abrams or anything, but again, she kind of has nothing under her belt. So take that how you want it. I put her at number 6. Now number 5, I have Illinois Senator Tammy Duckworth. Here's the thing with Tammy Duckworth. She's very inspirational. She's a veteran. She's a woman. She's Asian. Okay, and she's from the Midwest. So what else would happen? She would give up a Senate seat possibly, because usually I think she's in Barack Obama's old Senate seat, and you saw how in 2010 they flipped the seat to the Republicans. Again, take in mind that it was a wave here, but if Joe Biden gets elected, count that 2022, I guess, and 2024, 2026 if he gets reelected or the Democrat gets reelected, things will be chaos again. It would be a Republican wave. That's where I come with her con, which is the up for grabs Senate seat, which again, it could be prevented, but taken with a grain of salt. Now, number 4, we have Massachusetts Senator Elizabeth Warren. She is what most Democrats want in Joe Biden's vice presidential pick. She unites the Democratic base, and she's a Hillary Clinton type person. Her supporters were like the more affluent Hillary Clinton supporters. So, she unites the Democratic base and brings more of the like Sanders wing of the party ideas, which, if you ask me, that could be that could actually hurt them. Because if we're talking about a nationwide race, you're trying to win more voters. You're not trying to radicalize and go completely to the opposite sides of the spectrum. What you're trying to do is being more moderate. And I think Elizabeth Warren could have some problems there, but not really a big focus that the Biden, not a big thing the Biden campaign should be focusing on. I think she would be a great pick for vice president. The Senate seat could be up for grabs, but it's been turning more and more Democratic. We saw that when this Senate seat was unfilled, a Republican won before she took the seat back. And I think another program for her is the parts of Midwest. So what I'm saying is she might have good things in the state of Michigan and maybe the state of Pennsylvania. But when it comes to Wisconsin, a more conservative leading Rust Belt state, Elizabeth Warren will not help out Joe Biden. So I think she would be a great pick. She would unite the party. She's experienced enough. She spent almost a full term already as United States Senator. She has some work with the Obama administration that's often overshadowed, but if you look it up, she's done a lot of work with the Obama administration. So Elizabeth Warren, so pick. Biden campaign picks her. I think they would be well off. There's better picks like number 3, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham from the state of New Mexico. So here, first of all, she have great appeal with the Latino voters, which really could make or break Biden's campaign. Again, the African American and the Latinos are the ones deciding this election. The white vote is most likely going to go to Donald Trump, a big majority at least. Then what is the Biden campaign trying to do? Getting the minorities out to vote. With Michelle Lujan Grisham, they can get that vote out while also impacting areas of the Sun Belt. That Michelle Lujan Grisham could be a great pick to finish up Arizona and for them to win Arizona. But ask me where else. She barely has any other appeals. And I think they could risk losing a governor seat, and I think that wouldn't really matter. But when it comes to losing a Senate seat, well, that is more what matters. And governors, I think she's our first governor on the list. And I think governors are a lot safer bets. Why? Well, first of all, they have executive experience. It's not like I've been in the Senate. I don't know how to run. I don't know how to run things in an executive manner, I guess. And governors have first of all state emergencies. You can see with the coronavirus, all these governors are in the mainstream media, and I think they've been gaining a name for themselves. Now, no appeal to the African American voters. That could hurt Joe Biden, but I think if they can even it out with the Latino vote, they would be fine. She's a very inspirational candidate. She's the first Latina governor, the first Democratic Latina governor, and she's the only one right now. And I think that would be inspiring for many Latino voters. Now, number 2, we have the woman, Donald Trump calls her. We have Governor Gretchen Whitmer from the state of Michigan. So, she has Rust Belt appeal. She's a very well-off candidate. She's very popular. She has a lot of legislative experience from the state houses. She's very popular as governor, or was until this coronavirus thing. And that's what brings me to the next point. This could cost the state of Michigan to Joe Biden. Gretchen Whitmer has lost a little bit of popularity in the state of Michigan because of her stay-at-home orders. If they run Gretchen Whitmer, that may or may not cost the state of Michigan to Joe Biden. So I guess they could risk it and then win in other places. And I also think she has little national spotlight. She's only been in the national spotlight since February, which was the beginning of the COVID, I guess. February and mid-March. So yeah, Gretchen Whitmer could be a good candidate. It's just that she has to run in a smart way. But at the end of the day, this name recognition is kind of thrown out the window because I guess most people did not know who Mike Pence was before Donald Trump picked him. But after they got interviews and things like that, everyone knew who Mike Pence was. Last but not least, we have my number 1 pick, the California Senator Kamala Harris. So I think she would be the best pick for Joe Biden. She kind of evens out the Rust Belt and the Sun Belt. So she would win the Sun Belt by helping win states in the Western Sun Belt, which would be states like Arizona. She would help win the state of Florida in the African American areas. And she would probably help win the state of North Carolina and the Rust Belt. She is one of the people that could bring a lot of electoral advantages. And out of all, when it was a very contested nomination race, Democrats, there was one point that Kamala Harris was close second or third to the Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden, which again shows that she's popular among the Democrats. A lot of people know who she is, and again, probably a good idea to run her. Con, again, the debate thing, which is kind of a thing they can just sign a bunch of ads out, that kind of eliminates itself. And criminal justice, I think this is what she could get the most crap on, I guess, from voters because of the criminal justice system. So that's going to be her biggest problem, because who knows? You know who someone I didn't mention, but I think I should have? Amy Klobuchar. I don't think Amy Klobuchar would actually be a good pick for Vice President Biden. Why do I say that? Well, she would kind of make the Bernie bros stay at home and do not vote at all, because she is literally a Republican, I guess. She's a Republican in Democrats' attire. She is a Democrat with Republican ideas. That's the message I'm trying to get out. So picking Amy Klobuchar would probably not be a smart idea for the Biden campaign. she probably would help win the state of Minnesota, but what else? So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And have a great day. 250 subscribers, guys, remember, and we have a giveaway. And again, I want to apologize to JJ Holmes for not having the election night out yet. I will have that soon. I would have that soon out. Thank you.